Hello and welcome to week 2 in research methods, and excited to have another student join us. Meredith Short is joining us this week, and I'm going to be producing these little videos just as a kind of a way for you to know what to expect coming into the week. I'll be putting them up on Mondays, and I'm doing the same in stats, and kind of like just to kind of get you prepared and to kind of keep me prepared, make sure I have everything all lined up for our time together to make it useful. Again, we'll be meeting on Mondays at 1:30, and then the stats folks, Meredith and Jillian, will be staying on. We'll take a break, but staying on after that time to continue with statistics. So as a point of communication, I will be posting the information about our Zoom meeting in the methods class. We're going to be using that same link for statistics. So I'm not going to repeat that link in the statistics class. So just go with that one link, because I think we're going to be, unless statistics moves to a different night. I mean, we're still discussing that. So anyway, for this coming, well, this is being posted on Monday, so I'll say it's Saturday in reality, but you're seeing this on Monday tonight, Monday night. Monday afternoon, we'll be meeting at 1:30. And the way I want to do the course, this course, unlike statistics, doesn't have as many sort of like practice labs and all that stuff that we were going before. So we're pretty much going to, we're going to meet, and I'm going to essentially open up the course book, and we'll make our way through the material. And I'll ask some questions, but I don't want to just talk. I can do that, as two of you know very well. I can talk indefinitely about all this stuff. But I'd like a real dialogue on things. I'm going to try and so get prepared for some class participation. There's kind of a group of us now. There's 3 of you, 1 of me, and then we can talk about these things. Be prepared to ask questions about the material. We'll go right up until the end of we'll go right through the material. And if there's any practice things to do inside those chapters, I don't think that there are, but we'll do those, and we'll get to the end, talk about the discussions, the quizzes, and the labs, and we will take a look at the labs. We'll discuss each one of the labs and what's expected from them, and if there's any preliminary questions. And then the due dates fall. So the due dates are going to be Sunday night for all of those things. Now, some clarity. Of course, you do the quizzes. The discussions, because there's just the 3 of you, I want you to post your answer to my prompt, and I want you to reply to at least 1 other person. So just 2 each week. But make sure you do that replying, and make sure you read each other's stuff. It's not a whole lot to read, with just 3 people in the class, but I think it's informative to learn from each other that way with some of these questions. And as far as the labs are concerned, those were now different from the instructions that I just posted for statistics. I'm actually having the 2 of you who are on statistics hold off on submitting your labs until we can review them the following week. In this class, I do not think that that's necessary. We can discuss that. If we do review a lab and you're like, okay, I want to take a wing, I want to go for this, but I'd like to have the chance to review it before I submit it, then we can talk about that on a case-by-case basis. But I think that this class is different than statistics in terms of that, and I think there's the capacity to be able to do those simply following our lecture in our class that we're going to be sending together. And we will be going over them. So in detail, I can explain answer some of your questions. So the more prepared you are that day for Monday for the stuff that we're going to be doing, just go on the course timeline, you can see what we're doing. The more prepared you are, the better you are going to have to ask those questions and get the specifics you need to be successful in all of those assignments. So typically we're going to start like this, and we could look at the class itself. I can bring up the class, and we look at the content area here and the timeline, And we'll see that here we are in week 2. There's chapter 1, psychological research. There's a quiz, a discussion, and 2 labs. Now I've numbered these labs to the same numbers as are in your lab book. So for those of you who took statistics, I have corrected that particular issue. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to actually write out the whole title here. Eventually, I just put them in here because I had to put them together quickly for the timeline. Now for chapter 1 here, you go into this area and tells you to read the course book. There's the quiz, there's the discussion, and there's where you submit your labs. Okay? Now we can then, in the class, we can actually switch to talking about the course book. So I can bring the course book up, and this is what I'll be doing. And make that full screen. And here we go. So here's the course book. We'll start psychological research, talk about research itself, go over the learning outcomes, the role of research, stuff you already know, why research is important, kind of the major discussion that's going on in statistics as well, why research is useful, reviewing the scientific method. Right here is an example. If you're using the EPUB version of the course book, the first time you open it, the embedded content is going to appear as this block, this gray block. If you click it, it'll ask you to say, okay, I want to stream from the internet, so I allow that, and it will load the actual video. Now, in the EPUB version, this plays.
Occam's razor is a guideline for helping us choose between two.
So, in the PDF version, you'll click the video image. It's not really it looks like that maybe, but it's not a clickable. You just click it and it brings you to YouTube instead of playing the video right in it. So we go through science and pseudoscience and whatnot. Lots to talk about these days about that. Basic and applied research. And then into, you have chapter 1 quiz. We'll discuss those. There's the discussion. And labs 1 and 2, we'll take out our lab manuals. We'll go through those. And that'll be the class. So each week when I post this video, I'm going to simply talk about some of the concepts that we're going to be, kind of getting you jazzed up about this. I won't go through the book because we're going to do that together. But if there's anything that comes up or anything I want you to be thinking about when we come into class, I'll mention that. These videos will probably, for both stats and research methods, these videos will probably be pretty short. In my other classes, I'm doing full 45-minute lectures, and so that's different because we're not meeting. So that's it, and I will see you all on Monday. And today's Saturday as I'm doing this, so I hope you have a good weekend. And when you actually watch this, I hope you had a good weekend. So I will see you in class on Monday. Take care.